Hello, Power veterans. Lady Vet here with the review of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 2. This episode was entitled It's All Love. With the federal task force seemingly behind them, Kanan and Rock navigate a new business relationship, just as Unique begins to plot his quest for revenge. Meanwhile, Lou considers a new music opportunity. Marvin goes too far on a side job for Stefano, and Juke tries to adjust to life in the army. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, and leave your comments in the comment box. So the episode began with us looking into Jukebox's life in the army. But it later appears that Jukebox decided that the army life isn't for her. I'm sure that we'll get more details about this later. The FBI and NYPD determined that Howard was involved with Ronnie in drug trafficking. They also determined that the murders were committed by foreign nationals. However, Captain Batiste silently did not agree. Also watching the press release was Andre Barnes, attorney for the Thomas family, and Rock's ears and eyes and heartbeat into the legal system. Barnes explained to Rock and Marvin where they stood, and for now, they stood in a good place. But Rock, being Rock, wanted Barnes to make sure. Rock also told Marvin not to get in bed with any more white men to keep them out of trouble. Unbeknownst to Rock, Marvin is already in bed with Stefano. A confused Unique went home to find an eviction notice on the door and no Panessa and no Jerome. The empty house upset Unique, but he became more agitated when he noticed a checkered chessboard on the floor. He could have been thinking about the times that he spent playing with Jerome, or the chess moves he's going to make against everyone who wronged him. Either way, he was bothered enough to punch a hole in the wall. One thing for sure, when Unique starts to grab his head, we can rest assured that he's about to wild out. Meanwhile, across the way, Kanan and OC are crunching numbers and trying to structure their business for profit. Meanwhile, Crystal walks in and OC sees that as his signal to leave. Lulu is fresh out of rehab, all cleaned up, but as he gets a good whiff of the fresh air, his big brother Marvin is waiting to take him home. Kanan and Crystal almost got intimate, but that didn't happen because Kanan, not having any condoms, reminded Crystal that she terminated her pregnancy for Kanan's sake. She wanted to keep her child, and she reminded Kanan of that. Captain Batiste was not satisfied with the press conference. He summoned Garcia and told him that he would press anyone and everyone for information for whoever put Howard down. He believed that whoever put him down in the park in Baisley is also the person who put him down for good at the warehouse. The Thomas brothers' ride-along proved a few things. One, the streets say Famous was talking, got scared, and is on the run. Two, Lou is appreciative and wants Marvin to know that he will be there for him. And three, Marvin got trust issues since Gerald's betrayal, and he's determined not to let anyone else do him wrong. Rock and Kanan interact, barely. It seems that they are in business together, and for Kanan, it seems that's it. Rock offered to help him with his books, but Kanan refused. He asked about the re-up, and Rock told him that Quan wanted to talk to her first. Unique pulled up to Pernessa's mother's house. He saw her walk into the house with groceries. It's hard to tell what's going on in Unique's head. Don't know if he was agitated to see her or to see her with Captain Crunch cereal. Garcia pulled up on Kanan, who kept telling him that he doesn't know where Famous is. Garcia punched Kanan and asked him if he knew anything about Howard, and Kanan responded that Howard is their dirt. Funny thing is, as close as Famous and Kanan were, he doesn't seem concerned about the whereabouts of Famous. Lou went back to his place and saw the mess that he left there and took a good look at how drunk Lulu was living. Jukebox was training when she noticed a soldier being escorted out. Another soldier told her that he had gay magazines in his space, and once he was found out, he was discharged. While checking on his work at the Chinese restaurant, Marvin saw the worker Richard's nephew stealing some work. Marvin, being himself, made the young man drop his pants, and the work fell out. Marvin literally kicked him out, never to come back. Rock went to Quan's spot to meet up with him. During their meet, Quan increased her cost by 20%. Rock questioned him, but he shut her down and dismissed her. Rock was not happy. Jukebox made her way to the bus depot in Columbia, where she took a bus to Atlanta. Marvin and Stefano met again over a cigar and another laugh. Stefano announced that he was about to be a grandfather, but more pressing, he had another job for Marvin. Stefano wanted Marvin to go over and talk some sense into Braxton, his bookie who was skimming money off the top. Lulu met with Lowell, who had been waiting to meet with Lou since Famous's record was out. And he asked about Famous, but no one knows where Famous is. Jukebox got off the bus in Atlanta. Her mind was on Aisha, so Juke went to see her friend, unannounced. Aisha recognized Jukebox and was very glad to see her. Lou and Lowell sat in his office where he explained that he wants Lou to run his hip-hop brand. Lou told Lowell that he only had one artist with the sound, and that's B Rilla, who is a problem to Lowell currently. So Lowell told Lou that if he holds on to the problem child B Rilla, Lou would come on board. But Lou wanted to keep his options open. Lowell suggested that Lou meet with B Rilla. Rock and Stefano talked about the meeting she had with Quan, how he wanted to change her cost by 20%. So she wanted to take Quan's spot. While Stefano had nothing to do with Quan's business, he did explain to Rock how the process goes. Rock wanted to aim for Quan's spot and believed that she had what was needed to get there. Jukebox and Aisha got together for a brief moment. Although Aisha missed Jukebox, she learned that during Jukebox's absence, she was discovering herself and that she wanted to continue without Jukebox, even if only but a little while. Marvin went to see the bookie and have a talk with him, but things went awry when the bookie tried to pull a gat on Marvin. Marvin tried to tell him that he came to talk before the bookie wanted a gunfight. Things got totally out of control when the bookie started calling Marvin Stephen Fetchin for Stefano. Marvin wasn't having any of that and shot him. Rock and Kanan met with Snaps and Pop to even the money score between them and Ronnie. Kanan got a quick lesson about financing he and Ronnie's business and how they paid to get in. Kanan got upset thinking they were even, opened his mouth and missed the lesson. Snaps checked Kanan about loyalty. They questioned his loyalty for shooting his business partner in the back of the head and told Kanan that he's suspect in his relationship with his mother. Rock tried to interject, but Snaps reminded her that she wasn't a part of their agreement. Rock wanted Kanan to leave, but he wanted to keep talking until Snaps shut him down and told him to listen to his mother. After they left, Rock tried to talk sense into Kanan. She got absolutely nowhere. Lulu met with B. Rilla, who had a negative attitude about Lowell and his team and everything else. Lou wanted to see where B. Rilla's head is. Lou agreed to get B. Rilla out if he would work with him. And B. Rilla agreed. Kanan listened to the doctor tell his grandma Joyce that the cancer had spread to her lungs and throughout her kidney, and that they weren't able to do anything else for her. Kanan wanted to question the doctor for any other outcome, but Grandma Joyce assured him that she was dying. Marvin was on the phone with Stefano, attempting to explain what happened with the bookie when Jukebox walked in. Unexpectedly, Marvin told Jukebox that he didn't expect her back, and she told him that she didn't expect to be back. Marvin was glad to see his baby. Meanwhile, Kanan brought Grandma Joyce home, telling her that she can't keep this situation a secret. Always standing on business, Attorney Barnes and Rock had a meeting. Rock wanted an update on the FBI, only to find out that they wanted her to snitch on Stefano, and they observed Rock and Marvin within the last week or so with Stefano, catching Rock by surprise, but she kept her cool. The feds offered Rock a get-out-of-jail card for information on Stefano. The only thing Rock said was that that's good to know. Lulu and B. Rilla kept their words, and B. Rilla was on Cafe Vu's stage performing. Crystal made up with Kanan. Shirley and Lou were glad to see each other, and Lou met up with Lowell and his team. After their meet, Andre walked Rock out. He told Rock about Lou getting B. Rilla out and that he would be invoicing her. But she was cool because she would pass it on to his record label. Rock hinted at wanting to know Andre's connects in the FBI and NYPD, and she reminded Andre of his importance to her. They embraced as they were about to go their separate ways. Still surveying the lay of the land, or, in my opinion, looking on like a scorned lover. There was Unique. This time, he didn't seem agitated, at least. He wasn't hitting himself in the head. Lulu made a decision to get back into the music business, and he decided to work with Lowell and B. Rilla. Marvin and Jukebox came through, and everyone showed her love. Well, except Crystal. But it didn't matter. Jukebox had reunited with her family again. With everything going on, and in almost every scene, the question has been asked, where's Famous? But no one asked his mother. Wasn't he seen last with her at the precinct for questioning? And why doesn't anyone think that Famous going missing is important? Unique's got it real bad. He's in love with Rock and he's mad with Rock all at the same time. Just as Andre opened his door, Unique asked the man if he was doing Rock. Now, I'm inclined to believe that Unique is not only wanting revenge for what he believes Rock took from him business-wise. It seems that Unique took Andre Barnes out due to a jealous rage. Otherwise, why would Unique care who Rock is with? In my opinion, Unique is in love with Rock, and he's mad with her at the same time. This makes for a volatile situation. I don't think that with all the damage Unique will do to Rock's business, he loves her too much to hurt her. I'm just saying. But more importantly, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments because I gotta go. Until the next time.